Yo, what's up, YouTube? Oh, shoot. Alright. Good morning. We back at it. We looking at gold. And it's not doing much. We got some entry confirmation, but if you'd have took that, you'd already been stopped out. And right now it's kind of just consolidating. So I'm waiting for it to really figure out what it wants to do. Get moving in either direction again, and then I'll probably be waiting on like a pullback or something like that for confirmation to enter. Yeah, so I'm chilling on it right now, and yeah, there was 13 EMA break here, but it was like right at 7:30, so I didn't take it. There's this one over here, which technically is still valid, but yeah, I'm just kind of chilling, waiting. Sorry if you can't hear me that well. I wanted to have my AirPod in. I left it inside, and I don't feel like getting up. But yeah, just waiting. And it just be sitting here on my daughter's phone playing games or something, watching. Until we get something. If you took this 13 EMA break to the upside now, you low-key already would have hit TP, but I'm just waiting for it to move some more. What else I got on here? I could look at the S&Ps. I don't know if I want to, though. Let me put the S&Ps on there. See what it's doing. Yeah, I don't like the spread on the S&Ps, personally. That's why I don't trade them things. But yeah, boom, you'd already hit TP on gold if you took the buy. It's just kind of counter trend. I'll tell you what, I'll be back. I'm finna go to the bathroom. You can watch the chart. I'll be back. I'll probably bring my headphones so that way you can hear me better, but yeah. Excuse me.
Because they actually think that these characters are white, and
Oh, it's
anybody
cold.
up as them or liking them is trying
I still
to
didn't grab
change
my
their race.
headphones.
Which, going back to my
Sorry,
tweet,
y'all.
the
I had
funniest
to.
thing is most of these characters are Japanese, as in
I
Japanese
had to boo
animation,
boo.
but nobody has a problem with white people making
Straight
them
up.
white. And one response that really highlighted the thought process
Might be harder to hear me now. I just turned the car on. It was cold. It was getting cold in here.
don't acknowledge those characters are Asian people.
But yeah, bro. If you'd have took that breakout on the 13 EMA, you big in the money right now. It's been about 10 minutes since I went in and came back. And yeah, these last two candles have been pumping. Even that first candle, you'd be so up right now. But I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Today could be bullish. We just got to break a structure too, I think. Right here. Yeah, we just broke that structure. What we got? We are fighting heroes. Line that up. Line that up. Come on. Alright, so now we have a demand zone. And yeah. We got demand. Approaching. Well, let's see if we can pull back into that area. See what happens. Look at ES. ES, just I didn't like the spread, but that thing banging too. That thing is a thing in a way. Um, yeah, there was a good setup on ES a while ago. I mean, S&Ps. If you trade futures, it's ES. If you trade Forex, S&P, either way it goes. But see what happens with gold. I'm gonna go check if there's any news today. Give me a second. So there's no news today. Yeah.
They live in Japanese locations, etc. Which I then responded to, anger of all people, everybody in Avatar is anything but white. Again, look at these people. But that makes a lot of sense now. And then, of course, the racists came out mad and in full effect.
I gotta cut my hair, yo.
Into a war zone between these tweets and the comments.
No, I might just let it go for a little bit.
These threads because my phone kept going off. Well, it sure as hell ain't black for the most part. But I digress. People should be able to just cosplay and have fun regardless of race, and honestly shouldn't be making it an issue. But even that tweet in and of itself is racist. Who said these characters were black? Nobody.
We might not get nothing until
participating in.
We might not get nothing until after the open, because gold is golden right now. Hold on, I'll be back. Let me check something. Woo! Excuse me. I've been sneezing like a mug. Sorry, I've been pausing and disappearing. I ain't got my headphones. I don't know if you can hear me. I got the heat on in here. It's cold. But, whew. Yeah, we're gonna be waiting for gold for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I just dipped off to tap into my boy Doily Exchange, his live stream. Wanted to see what he was looking at, see what he had to say of gold. I mean, pretty much the same thing I've been saying. We could have like a break and retest too on gold. That wouldn't be bad. But I doubt it's gonna happen before the open. We got 15 minutes. No news today. No news today. But yeah. I'm chilling. Ain't nobody in here anyway.
Dressing up as anime characters. Isn't this considered cultural appropriation no matter the race? No, it's not considered cultural appropriation because these are cartoons that people dress up as to go to Comic-Con. And then again, you see the colonizer mentality. That's just not true, as most anime characters are drawn to be white, light-skinned, big blue eyes, very European-based.
Sailor Moon describes herself as a typical Japanese girl. Her parents, Ikuko and Kenji, are obviously Japanese. She's Japanese. Her hair color is non-diegetic, which means it's not literally that color. It's that color because of the art style and creative choices.
But again, those are cartoons and it's an art style. They still were born and raised in Japan. And the comments just bounced around. Seriously, cosplay isn't X-washing characters. Anyone can cosplay anything without needing to color their skin to be as accurate to the source. If that were the case with anime, we'd all have to change our faces to be cat-like. Facts. Yeah, this is a weird one. She's a cosplayer doing her thing. It's not like a producer changed the character. I don't know why they're mad. Jealousy of whites never ends. They just can't give credit where credit is due. This is the difference. If a white person kills something, we give props. And we should stop giving props and funnel that energy and support into our own communities and people that are doing these things. She's doing this for attention. Soon blacks are going to say they invented anime like they invented everything else because it's their culture. Just let her have this little win. The funny thing is, black people don't act like we created things that we did not create. When we talk about blues, rock and roll, jazz, R&B, rap, we created all of those genres of music. When we talk about dress styles, slang, dances, we created and popularized all of those things. But us as people, just like in gaming or anime, isn't us trying to take over. It's us enjoying our passions and being part of a culture that we appreciate. Like black people love anime.
I got you, bro. A lot of it starts with the fighting. Black Americans historically have been into fighting films, especially ones that contain karate, Muay Thai, all that good stuff. I think the same thing applies to anime. And not only that, being black in America comes with a lot of adversity. When we watch these characters deal with similar inner struggles that we do, of course we're going to attach to them.
Unlike white people, we don't have to own the space or exclude or ridicule other people for being a part of it. If anything, we're overly inclusive, way more than I think we should be, which is why I say we need to protect black spaces and black communities even more. And even if you're not in an anime or cosplay and you think it's weird, we still should be supporting black people doing stuff like this because we know they get nothing but hate and racism in their comments from anyone and everywhere that does not like black people simply for the color of our skin. And that even extends to other black people, like this goofball attacking Ashley after she took her own life because she was bullied by online racists.
It's kind of a running joke. I think we all know that black anime girls are some of the biggest that have ever existed. So, I mean, this person who worships them and ended up getting bullied by them so badly that she herself, I'm sorry, I just don't have any sympathy. I couldn't care less, honestly. I don't think any black person should have sympathy for doing exactly what they deserve. Like, you want to be a part of their thing so badly, fine, who cares?
First the fuck off, my daughter just did her first cosplay for the Comic-Con that was here in DC. And we had a ball. She literally had the time of her life and couldn't stop talking about it for a week. And as she grows and gets more into anime, she really loves Demon Slayer right now. I'm going to be with her every step of the way because I get to share something I really love with her, which I've loved since I was a kid, which is anime. When I tell you, my little elementary school brain exploded when I discovered anime. I'd never seen anything like it, and I can still remember sitting on the edge of my mom's bed, my eyes wide open, glued to to her TV. It was the most incredible, detailed, fluid, vibrant, colorful animation I'd ever seen in my life. I was in complete awe. Black people should be allowed to do whatever they want to do. Support whatever sport you like, whatever form of entertainment you like. Just do you. Don't let the internet or anybody else dictate what you can be interested in, what's cool or not, and what's acceptable. And for us as a community, we should be trying to provide cover for Black people being creative, expressive, and just doing things outside of the box. Because that type of creativity, expression, and fun is what moves us forward and expands us as a culture. At the end of the day, do you have fun with the things you enjoy, and fuck people online if they don't like it. But shout out to my channel members. I appreciate y'all so much. And thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff. And I'll catch you next time. Peace. The NBA on ESPN is happening now. 24/7 coverage with the best of the best, even on holidays. 5 star-studded matchup from the biggest plays to the biggest stage. With ESPN, you'll never miss an NBA moment. What a time it is to be an NBA fan. There's one place to call home.
I started working at the barbershop and realized I don't have any insurance. This is not good.
I don't care.
On your stomach. On your stomach. Stay down. did, bitches! There is a 6-year-old right there! Why the f are you here? I love it! I am so here for it! You're awesome, dude!
No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch.
There are millions of people who dream of being remembered. They want the fame, the spotlight, the headlines, the fan base. But here's the thing. Most of them never get there. Not because they didn't work hard, but because the world doesn't need that many icons. And JoJo Siwa learned that the hard way. She was marketed as this unstoppable bundle of glitter and energy, Nickelodeon's golden girl. But fast forward a few years, and she's now known more for her controversies, awkward rebrands, and desperate attempts to stay relevant than her talent. The Rainbow Empire turned into a meme, and not the good kind. JoJo Siwa, from child star to internet punchline. To understand this astronomical downfall, we need to start from the beginning. JoJo Siwa was basically born mid-pirouette in a dance studio in Nebraska. Her mom ran the place, so stage lights were her baby monitor. She joined Dance Moms as a kid and instantly became the loudest one in the room. Not the best dancer, just the one who made the most noise. Then came the music, bubblegum pop, rainbow merch, and those big enough to get FAA clear. Nickelodeon saw a marketing goldmine and turned her into their human glitter cannon. Albums, a movie, and even a talent show where she and her mom allegedly treated kids like props. Then came the rebrand. JoJo came out, called herself a lesbian, and suddenly became a gay icon. Problem was, her fan base was still 10 years old. Now she's stuck between being a grown-up and a brand built for toddlers. The Rainbow Empire didn't collapse overnight. It just aged out, and JoJo never figured out who she was without the bow. JoJo sat down to talk about the hate she's been getting, saying she's stepping into a new era and trying to explain the logic behind her outfit. She called it a reflection of growth, of leaving behind her comfort zone and facing fear through art. But the whole thing felt more like damage control than evolution. She kept describing it like it was some deep creative statement, but what she called self-expression looked like a D&D character built entirely out of chaos. She said change is scary, and sure it is, but here, the only truly terrifying part was the outfit itself.
Tell me about this look here.
This is my Karma Black Beast look. This is my music video outfit. Had to bust it out of the vault today. It's got some rips in it, but you would never know.
No. I mean, how would you be able to tell?
If you
If you
look close enough, yeah.
You were talking a lot recently about sort of leaving the adolescent era behind and moving into a more adult era. How has that been going for you?
It's been fun. It's been criticized, that's for sure.
What do you think that is?
People are afraid of things they don't know. Things can be scary for people. New things can be very, very scary. But I think that creating art is such a special thing, and I'm very lucky that I'm one of the people in the world that gets to create art.
Talk to me about the people who support it, right? Because you're a person, you're a human who is, going to grow and change as you become an adult.
God damn, Gold.
Will continue to change hopefully for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the people who get it and what you've heard from them.
Honestly, the way that I'm able to keep going and keep being like, wait, actually, what I'm doing is right, is because some of the most respected people in the world have come up to me and been like, what you're doing right now is so right. It is so right. It's just what the world needs. Like, I'm learning from what you're doing right now, and that's crazy to me. I mean, I heard that from Lil Nas X yesterday. Heard it from Meghan Trainor a few days ago. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. The support from people like that, artists, that means the world to me.
What lessons are you learning about yourself as you progress on that journey?
Honestly, that I am more fearless than I thought I was. It definitely takes some balls to show up in this.
It does. We've got music coming out soon, yeah?
We do. Karma coming out on April 5th, and then a lot more after that.
Are you touring?
Why am I sitting here watching this?
I can give you some teasers, but I can't tell you everything.
Not the charts. This is JoJo Siwa video.
Like a slight tease,
Don't
maybe.
worry. Touring is my favorite thing ever, and I like to do my favorite thing ever.
Have you thought about what you wanted to feel one-size-fits-all workout playlist. But the YouTube Music app has ad-free playlists personalized. Feel like when you go out, what you want your show to feel like?
Oh, I pitched the tour.
Is it more like this?
It's full out.
Before I let you go, I read that you named your kids Eddie, Teddy, and Freddie.
Yes.
Where did you get those names from? How did you have those names in your back pocket?
Honestly, so Freddie, I've always wanted to name my baby girl Freddie. And then one day I was just joking around and I was like, oh my God, Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy. Wait, it works. So we got Freddie. Somebody brought up to me like, hey, what if your kids hate their rhyming names? So I was like, valid. I need to make sure they got good middle names. So we have Freddie J, Eddie Anthony, and Teddy Tyler. After my mom, dad, and best friend.
Then in another clip, she decides to take things above and beyond, casually calling the entire music industry a multi-billion-dollar industry that's gone stagnant. She says nobody does anything big anymore, that no one's doing it like Britney or Gaga did, which is wild because that couldn't be farther from reality. Drake literally built a whole cinematic universe for a first-person shooter, and The Weeknd's videos look like they cost more than small nations. Artists are out here turning albums into full-scale productions, and she's acting like we're in a creative drought. Anyone who even remotely pays attention to the music knows how ridiculous that takes sound.
No one nowadays makes major music videos like Gaga did back in the day, Britney did back in the day. And so that for me is a massive thing.
Then she keeps going, saying people are scared of change and that she's just not afraid to make art. But here's the thing, she completely contradicts herself. First, she claims no one does it like Gaga or Britney anymore, right? Then she calls herself the one bringing change. But how are you pushing boundaries when you're literally following the blueprint of two artists who already did it decades ago? You're not reinventing anything. You're just repainting an old canvas and calling it new. That's not revolution. That's recycling.
The world's just scared of new, scared of art.
I don't like change.
People don't like change, they don't. And I think for me, I'm just like, I'm not afraid to make art. I'm not afraid to give you change. I'm not afraid to make you question. You know what I mean? Like, have fun with it.
Then came her SNL moment, and calling it a moment is being generous. It's the kind of performance that could make her entire bloodline cringe for centuries. I don't even know how to explain it. She's on stage trying to be funny, keyword, trying, and the whole bit revolves around this good girl gone bad image. The so-called gay era she keeps referencing just turns into forced shock value. It's not bold, it's not empowering, it's just awkward. At this point, it feels less like she's expressing herself and more like she's offending every group by association. Like, what even is this? She tries to justify all of this by saying some of the most respected figures in the industry have been coming up to her, telling her she's brave and to keep going. And the figure she names, Lil Nas X. Yeah, that Lil Nas X. The guy who made Industry Baby and just recently got hit with charges for assaulting police officers. I don't even need to say more. That's her benchmark for validation.
Some of the most respected people in the world have come up to me and been like, what you're doing right now is so right. It is so right. It is what the world needs. Like, I'm learning from what you're doing right now, and that's crazy.
If all of that wasn't enough already, JoJo Siwa went on to celebrate having the most disliked music video by a female artist that year. She didn't deny it. She embraced it. Like it was something to brag about. Most artists would take that as a sign to stop and rethink everything, but she treated it like a victory lap. At this point, she's not just embarrassing herself, she's redefining it. The final boss of self-embarrassment, proudly turning public backlash into her brand.
The list just got released of the most disliked music video by a female artist on YouTube in 2024. Here we go. Fourth place, we have Yes and by Ariana Grande with 290,000 dislikes. Coming in hot at number 3, we've got the brand new Women's World by Katy Perry with 330,000 dislikes. Number 2, second place overall, we have Fortnite by Taylor Swift with a whopping 350,000 dislikes. And your number 1 first place overall goes to
This is where things start to take the wildest turn yet. The song she released, the one she called her big reinvention, Karma, wasn't even hers. It turns out the song was originally recorded by an artist named Britt Smith back in 2012. It sat unreleased for years, written and shelved by Miley Cyrus herself. So when JoJo came out claiming this was her big creative shift, her moment of originality, she was really just recycling something that had already been made over a decade ago. The irony is unreal. She said she was here to create a new genre, something the world had never seen before. And yet, not only did she fail to bring anything new, she didn't even bring something hers. She didn't even remix it. She didn't reinvent it. She straight up took an old song, changed nothing, and called it her ever.
Alright, so we done switched up the scenery a little bit. AirPods is dead, so my friend has her charger. I don't have a charger for them yet. I just got them. They were given to me, so I did not have a charger. Type-C gang, these hoes are lightning. But we still just waiting. We still just sitting here waiting. And yeah. Finally looking like there's some bit of a pullback, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna finish my YouTube video.
So, yeah. Way to redefine a genre, JoJo. You didn't just. YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube. And ad-free videos on the YouTube Kids app. Just missed the mark. You stole the target. JoJo Siwa was receiving a lot of backlash after it turns out that her new song Karma wasn't actually hers.
it turns out that Karma was actually an unreleased song by an artist named Britt Smith. And if you look at the writers of the song, you'll see Miley Cyrus. And that's because the song was originally recorded by Miley in 2011. I just find this funny because JoJo claimed that she's trying to start a new genre of music.
I want to start a new genre of music. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's called J-pop.
But this genre is already a thing, and your debut song for
Gay
this
pop.
genre is basically...
It's
Don't get
crazy.
me wrong, I'm good with artists having writers helping them out, but she didn't even write a thing. You claim to start a genre that already exists, copy Britt Smith and Miley Cyrus, and copy Kiss. Karma's gonna hit you like a fit. If you don't want to see me react to JoJo and Roaster, then check this out.
And yeah, so stealing songs really just seems to be.
I hope she's okay though, like JoJo Siwa.
Where she said she's about to perform a song she wrote about one of her exes, except she didn't. The song was actually from a TikTok made by another creator who even commented under JoJo's post to explain it was originally theirs and they'd be releasing their version soon. So yeah, that's 2 for 2 on songs that weren't hers. At this point, she should just stop pretending she's creating a new genre and start calling it what it is: burglary pop.
JoJo Siwa blatantly stole this TikToker song from 2022 for her new album. So here's a clip from the original. And then here's the clip of JoJo Siwa stealing the song and then claiming she wrote it about one of her exes. Now this is the TikToker that she stole a song from, and you might be thinking, well, maybe they worked together on the song. But she responded to this in a recent comment saying, "Hi 2024 fans, I'm going to make a story time soon. I actually did sign off on it coming out with JoJo. Not her fault. If my version gets love, I can still put it out after hers. Thanks for the support." Now I understand most artists have co-writers or ghostwriters that they work with all the time, but for JoJo Siwa to come out and say, "Hey, I made this song about one of my exes," when the song was made so long ago and you can tell that she had no creative involvement in it, is crazy. So go check out the original creator and watch the video for yourself. I didn't show the full clip because I didn't want to just milk the whole video, but it is an exact match. So honestly, if you're going to show support to anyone, show support to her. But that's my opinion. What do y'all think?
Anyway, if you've made it this far, go ahead and hit subscribe before JoJo releases another genre-defining song that used to belong to someone else. Now, this is just the reality of the music industry. A lot of artists use ghostwriters, Drake, or co-writers, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a normal part of making music. But to sit there and claim that this is a song you wrote about one of your exes when it literally isn't, that's a different level of delusion. That's not creativity, that's just lying for clout. And yeah, I guess it's not just her music that's confusing, it's her entire identity too. Because out of nowhere, she wakes up one day and decides she's straight now. Not a lesbian anymore, but still queer somehow. So yeah, there's that. At this point, she should just identify as confused, and her pronouns should be y/am I like this.
I always told myself I'm a lesbian, but I think being here, I realized, oh no, I'm not lesbian, I'm queer. And I think that's really cool. I'm switching ladder!
And yeah, here's the image. A very disturbing one of her with her boyfriend. And honestly, I don't even know what to say. It looks wrong in ways I can't even describe. But I had to see it, so now you do too. Sorry in advance, but misery loves company. In another disturbing moment, Chris Hughes got slammed by celebrity Big Brother viewers after demanding JoJo Siwa lick his shorts. Yeah, you heard that right. The scene played out near the end of the episode while they were sitting on the sofa together, and it was every bit as uncomfortable as it sounds. Viewers called it out instantly because honestly, who even thinks that's okay on live TV? The whole thing just added another layer of weird to an already bizarre chapter in JoJo's timeline.
Yo, that's funny. There's the makeup boys. Out of mine. These spies you got. You need
Pregnancy rumors are also starting to circle around JoJo and Chris, and honestly, yeah, God help them. That's it. And yes, JoJo's back in her natural habitat, threatening humanity with yet another music drop. And when she says drop, we all know what she really means: recycle. Not even rework, just straight up recycle. This time, she's been caught trying to resell a song by another artist named Mad Sai, a track called Bite. She's been sharing snippets of it like it's her own, while the original artist has already called her out publicly, posting videos saying, "Why listen to the Temu version when you can just play the original?" At this point, it's not even a debate. There's too much proof, too many coincidences, and too little originality. So yeah, she definitely stole it again.
Did JoJo Siwa just steal a song for real this time? So the former Dance Mom star has been threatening to drop new music this Friday. She's been sharing snippets, but people are noticing that it sounds a lot like another song. Here's JoJo Siwa's version. song by Mad Psy called Fight, which was released 2 months ago. Since JoJo's been dropping snippets, Mad Psy's been getting tagged in hundreds of comments and has made a few videos acknowledging how they sound a lot alike. It seems like he had no idea because at first when he heard JoJo's song, he thought she was promoting his song. Mad Psy has also been throwing a bit of shade by saying, why stream the Temu version over the better one?
And yeah, obviously Mad Psy was going to react, and he did in the most perfect way possible. He posted on Instagram, mocking her in pure sarcasm, captioning it, just hoping JoJo Siwa's new music video, why does it sound so much like mine? And honestly, he's valid for that, because when you've got receipts and the ability to prove it, you don't even need to argue. You just post, smile, and let the internet do the rest. Now, y'all already know we can't do this without the internet's verdict, so here it is. JoJo Siwa is a little brother trying to impress the older siblings' friends vibe. Everything she's done lately has that exact energy, the desperate need to be seen as edgy, mature, and cool, but it just comes off as forced and awkward. It's that same kid at the party energy where everyone else has moved on, and she's still trying to prove she belongs there. Anyone that knew a lesbian knew JoJo was fake as fuck. People saw through the performative gay icon face from the start. It never felt genuine, and it felt like branding, like another costume she put on because the last one stopped selling. Sad that girl never got a chance to actually grow up. And honestly, it's true. JoJo's entire life has been under stage lights. From a dance studio in Omaha to Nickelodeon sets and now the internet microscope. She was turned into a product before she even had a personality. So now every attempt at maturity just looks forced because she never got to figure out who she was without the cameras. It's not rebellion, it's arrested development, broadcasted in 4K. JoJo is a child stuck in an adult body. So, yeah, that's about it. JoJo Siwa's entire new era turned out to be a mix of recycled songs.
I feel very disrespected with the comments coming up, so I'm just gonna leave now.
How disrespectful would it be if I cut you off in the middle of your argument and said, "Quiet, piggy"? Would that be disrespectful as hell?
That would.
Donald Trump said that to a Bloomberg female news reporter 4 days ago. Hello, Maddie. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
And how old are you?
I am 19.
Your bio says, "I miss him."
Yes, I deleted TikTok and I've had a hard breakup, but yes. Anyways.
For whatever reason, I thought that was referencing, like, Charlie Kirk.
Oh, no. I was a big fan of Charlie Kirk, but I don't really put out a lot of politics stuff. But I have a question. First, I know that you have a lot of debating tactics, especially when you talk fast and you try to rattle us up to get us off our track. So I know you have tactics, so I'm hoping that you would just answer some of the questions. You're a Kamala Harris, stan, right?
Nah, she was better than Trump. She was much better than Trump. Some of her policy was pretty good. I'm not like ride or die Kamala Harris, but it's definitely better than Trump. So you said that you have a question for me. Feel free to ask that question, but hopefully after that I'm gonna ask you a question too.
No, you are all good. I just want to be respectful with it. So you believe in Jesus Christ, right?
I'm sorry. I'm not even laughing at that question. I just saw something on Twitter. Quote unquote, Nick Fuente says clavicular is quote unquote objectively hot as fuck. Jesus Christ, dude. It's always the alt-right. Okay. Alright. Do I believe in Jesus Christ our Lord and Savior? So, yes ma'am. Okay, yes ma'am.
So,
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
Do you believe in the right to have an abortion?
Yes ma'am. Because I'm a good Christian. Any good Christian should think that women and girls should have the right to access abortion. Yes ma'am.
Yes. Are you familiar with a lot of verses from the Bible?
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
Okay, so then you know that most of what Jesus says is that we should love no matter if they are alive or not. And I think that since you are pro-abortion, I feel like that doesn't follow what Jesus says in the Bible.
Well, sometimes when you really love someone, you gotta learn to let them go.
Okay, so you have no respect. The only person you have respect for is all your fans, and if no one is your fans, you've lost all respect.
No, it was a joke. It was a joke. Okay, do you want me to be for real?
Yes, I want to have a respectful conversation.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's just a joke. I'm sorry. It was a really insensitive joke that I apologize for making.
No, I accept your apology. I want to keep it respectful.
Okay. All right. So, not funny. Oh, it's terrible. I need to repent for that one. Okay. Listen. The reason why any good Christian should think that women and girls have legal access to abortion is because unless you're Catholic or Orthodox, you have no clear way to determine that any one sin is worse than any other. Okay, the closest we get to that is a description that blasphemy is the one unforgivable sin, or the 7 deadly sins. But for the most part, all sins, with these few exceptions, are viewed identically in the eyes of God. For that reason, it makes it logically incoherent to dictate a criminal justice system and legislation on the basis of the morality of the Christian Bible, because as soon as you open the door to arguing that abortion should be legally banned because it's a sin, then in virtue of that fact, as all sins are identical, you're also opening the door to arguing that saying, oh my God, should be legally banned because it's a sin. Lying to your child about the existence of Santa Claus should be legally banned because it's a sin. That's why, even under the Christian worldview, we should operate the criminal justice system off of secular standards of morality. So therefore, if you want to argue, right, that abortion should be banned, legally speaking, then you're going to have to give more reason than just stating that maybe it's a sin in the eyes of God.
I respect that. I'm not very up to date a lot. I'm still learning the Bible and not up to date a lot about politics, but I respect you, and I am okay. Like, I'm not that Republican that's pissed off that you're a Democrat. So I respect your points, and you debate very good, but I just wanted to ask you that because that's a big thing.
So, okay, if it's a big thing, let me ask you this, okay? If, like, killing fetuses is so atrocious, then killing somebody like you or I is also very atrocious. So therefore, why do you still support Trump as president, considering the fact that not even 3 days ago, he demanded the execution via the means of hanging of Democrats who think the military should not take unlawful orders from himself?
Yes, I respect that. Sorry, my sister just walked in. Okay, so I was in your last live last night, and I just actually heard about that for the first time. I respect him as a president due to the fact that I believe he would have been better than Kamala, and he is far better than Biden.
Well, how could you argue that he's better than Kamala Harris? I mean, dude, shit, Kamala Harris didn't call for the death of her political opponents. Kamala Harris didn't sexually exploit women and girls in Miss Teen USA and Miss USA. Kamala Harris wasn't adjudicated to rape people, and Kamala Harris actually upheld Christian values within the policy that she ran on, you know, like helping the needy. We see that in Psalm says, the glory that you give to those with lesser than you is the glory that you will receive in the kingdom of heaven. Matthew says, well, the way that you treat the lesser among you is the way that you're treating the Lord your God. Donald Trump says, if you're poor, fuck you. I'm going to take your health care away. I'm going to take your food stamps away. I'm going to take your benefits away. And I'm going to reduce your purchasing power with a big, beautiful bill. And I'm going to hit you from a third angle by imposing tariffs that serve as aggressive tax and hurt you the most. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris was just like, hey, let's do something to eradicate, food insecurity by expanding access, right, to these benefits, by increasing the child tax credit to $6,000 for the first year of a child's life. Let's do more to increase the purchasing power with those that have lesser than us by giving more tax breaks and incentives to low-income Americans and middle-class Americans, and ensuring that when individuals are reliant on medicine to live, that they're not paying more than $2,000 per year out of pocket for them. Now, these are the reasons that I'd say your Christian worldview here is just simply incompatible with support for the Trump presidency. He does not objectively represent Christian values. I mean, he's a furthest thing from it. If Jesus was alive today, likely he'd be further to the left than I am, and he'd definitely not support Trump as president. So why do you?
I just believe that when he's been president a couple of times, and I believe that my life has not changed, and I believe that the things that he has done, especially when it comes to, because I'm a college student, so gas prices and all that stuff has been perfectly fine, and I don't want that to
reduce gas prices.
Have you seen the gas prices now?
Yeah, what has he done to reduce them?
We might not be in the same area, but I don't know exactly how that stuff works, but I know that gas prices have went.
So how do you know he caused them to go down?
Because he has stated that.
So he said that he caused them to go down, therefore he caused them to go down. I thought the only person that was perfect, all-knowing, and always right was God, not Trump.
Oh, he is. I never said that Trump was always right. It's not true.
Then just stating that you believe he's caused the price of gas to reduce because he said so is not enough, right? Like, how do you feel about somebody in the comment section telling you that they believe he hasn't reduced the price of gas because Dean said so?
Well, I don't care what other people think.
But what I'm demonstrating here is going off of word of mouth of a tyrant with 30,000 confirmed lies in his first term alone is probably not too good of a standard of evidence.
Okay, I feel very disrespected with the comments coming up, so I'm just gonna leave now, if that's okay.
Well, it's okay if you leave, but like I do think we could have continued
I am not 15,
dialogue.
bro.
And I just think that you're kind of taking this as an opportunity to get out, right? Like maybe something we could do here is tell the chat to be a little bit nicer, and we could, tell you to stop looking at the chat and just to ignore it, right?
That's fair. I just wanted to.
If you don't tolerate disrespect, then why do you tolerate Trumps?
I'm not very big on politics, but I know that I'm happy with my president right now.
Right. So you're happy with Donald Trump being so disrespectful to women and girls that he's willing to rape and sexually exploit them. But then as soon as somebody in the chat drops a baby bottle emoji, you're like, oh shit, I'm out, can't tolerate it.
I'm just learning a lot about Donald Trump in the past few days. So I've not heard anything about this until I came to your live yesterday.
Okay. Well, I mean, just to tell you more, in 2023, he was held liable and proven by unanimous jury of 9 inside of a civil court for the rape of Eugene Carroll. In 2005, he boasted about sexually exploiting naked women and girls to Howard Stern on his radio show. And 3 days ago, he called for the death of Democrats that think he doesn't have the right to play dictator and give the military unlawful orders. Right?
Well,
that's like objectively more disrespectful than somebody commenting a baby bottle emoji in the TikTok live chat, right? And it's only one of the two of those things are you willing to quote unquote not tolerate.
Well, I appreciate you letting me know.
How disrespectful would it be if I called you Piggy? How disrespectful would it be if I cut you off in the middle of your argument and said, "Quiet, Piggy"?
That's so fair. No.
Would that be disrespectful as hell?
That would.
Donald Trump said that to a Bloomberg female news reporter 4 days ago.
Well, I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me all this information. I'm still a very proud Republican, but
yeah, why are you proud of those things?
Because there's a lot of things that Republicans believe that Democrats don't.
Like what?
Oh, like just with abortion.
Oh, so why do you think abortion should be banned?
I think that a person who has gotten pregnant, no matter the circumstance, which I know that's what exactly. I know that's a big thing, but I think that when you are pregnant, that baby still means something to this world, and God put that baby there for a reason. So I think that they should still go through with that.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Go through with that.
God damn. So if a 9-year-old is raped and impregnated because she started her period early, she shouldn't be allowed to get an abortion.
I mean, it should be a thing to where they can choose, but I don't think that, yes.
Oh my god! You're not pro-life, you're not pro-child. You just said that we should force children into undergoing torture.
I don't think I ever said to force children. No,
that
I
is
never said
forceful.
to force children.
What about, right, restricting a 9-year-old victim's rape
said that
access
they
to
can
abortion?
have, no.
Listen to what I'm saying. What about restricting a 9-year-old girl's access to abortion is not forceful?
Okay, I never said to force anybody. I said that they can choose, but for me, if I was in that situation, then yeah, I would have. Not force them, but if I was 9 and I had a baby, I would go through with that, no matter the circumstances of that, because that baby still matters.
If you were 9, I don't think that you would be able to understand what pregnancy is, right? I don't honestly. So here's the thing, right? When somebody comes up here and says, well, I think that like abortion is wrong, but I still think that there should be legal access, I usually am sympathetic. I'm like, hey, W, like I'm happy at the end of the day you think the legal access should be there, but just even saying that you think it's wrong for a 9-year-old victim of rape to access abortion is disgusting.
If they want to get rid of that baby, they can. For me, I would think it's wrong, but I wouldn't stop them from doing that.
So why is it wrong for a victim of rape to access abortion?
I think that, and again, if there is a rape victim who does not want to have that baby due to the fact that it is rape, fine, go ahead and do that. But in my mind, I'm going to say that's wrong.
Okay, so you think that they should be legally allowed to access abortion? Well, the only party that thinks women and girls should be legally allowed to access abortion would be the left.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion, and we're all entitled to our own opinions.
Well, no, that is just the fact. I mean, who was running on the reinstitution of legal protections for women and girls' access to abortion in the last election? Was it Kamala Harris or Donald Trump?
And I think I just said that I'm not very familiar with the politics at all.
It was Kamala Harris, right? The Republicans want to restrict the legal access for women and girls to access abortion. The left wants to unrestrict women and girls' access to abortion. So if you think that women and girls should have legal access to abortion, although you think it's morally wrong, right, this would be a view of the left.
Okay.
So,
I appreciate the information.
Yeah.
Because I'm still all new to this. Also, I don't defend rapists at all. And I feel like if someone does get raped, that rapist should be in jail for a very long time. So I do not defend rapists.
Okay, if rapists should be in jail, then they shouldn't be in the Oval Office, correct?
Yeah.
So Trump shouldn't be in the Oval Office since the court proved he raped Teaching Carroll, correct?
When did the court say that he did?
2023.
Okay.
So he shouldn't be in the Oval Office?
I don't think he should.
So you're not like a proud Trump supporter because you think he should be kicked out of the office?
I mean, if that is all true, then yes. But before all that happened, I still believe he would have been a better choice than Kamala.
So this all happened before the election?
And I did not know that.
Well, now you do. So it looks like we're all turning new leaves today, right? Can we trust on you to be a proud anti-MAGA patriot?
I will have to dig deeper into those information because I'm